Morning, Socrates Fool here. You can just call me Fool. If you're even here. It's 2:30, Monday morning, March 9th. Haven't made a video for a few days, just been lazy, that's all. Plenty to talk about. Virus, Chungking virus is going nuts. A lot of things coming out about that. A lot of people saying some of the things I was talking about a month ago before anybody else. There's rumors that, well, I don't know if anybody saw, there was a video the other day from Wuhan where everybody was shouting out their windows about this. It was kind of like that movie Network when the guy goes off and says, raise your window and shout, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. These people kind of went off like that. It was eerie. It was really spooky. It's not a sound you could even reproduce in a movie because it wasn't a group of people on the ground all making a sound. It was all over from all the buildings, the tall buildings and all over it and everything else. It was just coming from everywhere and each voice was echoing and the most eerie thing I've ever heard. It was really wild. And now there's reports today. That was like a week ago. Now there's reports today that there's nobody in Wuhan. I don't know. It's weird. Chinese aren't putting out a lot, and some of the underground stuff is starting to slow down too. So not much is getting out about that. But there is more reports that it was targeted, DNA targeted. It's definitely a bioengineered weapon. The coronavirus is a blanket umbrella basically that covers all a bunch of different types like Mars and SARS and Lears and Sears and FARS and farts and all the other fucking stupid names. Of all these goddamn flus they come out with every 2 years or so, make a big deal over and nothing ever happens. Just trying to get you to get a vaccine. Don't do it. This one is supposedly targeting Asians. Why it's in Iran and big in Italy and not so much in other places, I don't know. If there's something along those lines also. Word, though, is Pope's got it. Hope it treats him well. Can't stand the Pope. Lying piece of evil sack of shit. So, it's going to affect the economy. That's what a lot of people are saying. The people I listen to go from one extreme to the other. I listen to, or I watch Cliff High, who, the guy's really intelligent, really into woo-woo, and he just thinks this is going to devastate mankind. To the other side of the coin, which is one of the other three amigos, and we have Jay Snip, and Joe thinks it's nothing at all, and I lean more towards that belief also. I don't think it's nothing at all. I think it's out there, and but I do think it's targeted. I'm sure it's a weapon, and we're gonna see cases of it. But I don't think we're going to be anywhere near like China. We would have been already. They've had it for a long time. Before Trump shut down all the travel and shit, the borders basically, a lot of people got in. I mean, if it has such a long incubation period, a lot of people got in that have it, and it ain't outbreaking here. They're trying to make it sound, they're fear-mongering basically in the media, mainstream media and the newspapers. The first time one person died in Washington, it was all of a sudden a state emergency because one person died. Thousands, tens of thousands die from the common flu every fucking year. So whatever you do, don't panic. Don't let these people fucking freak you out. It's out there. It's not going to affect us. What's going to affect us is the economy. and that's China. China's economy is shut down, and since everything has outsourced over to China and other places, when something goes wacky there, it's going to hurt everywhere. And just about every country in the world gets goods from China that when it shuts down, those goods aren't going to be available. It's a really bad thing at first. But, as I said before, we have enough entrepreneurs in this country that when this, they're probably starting already to, well, there have been companies moving back. Trump got that happening. But there's entrepreneurs in this country that where there's a need, they find their niche. And that's going to boom manufacturing a bit more in this country, I think. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be at least 6 months, maybe a little bit more even. But I think what's happening in China is actually going to be a boon to the United States. And there's some other reports out there that President Trump, Putin, and Xi are all in on this, and this is... they're all in on it to destroy the deep state. Putin is definitely against the deep state. Xi, I think he's against the deep state. He doesn't want anybody telling him what to do. He's the God, King, and dictator for life of China. So, one thing nobody's still talking about, which I think could be a very good possibility, is Xi is going to bring China into the future. Maybe this will be the death of communism. He can't just come out and kill communism, but if the people rise up in big enough numbers and he can direct things, this could all be just killing off global. I don't know. I still think China is killing off their dissidents and a lot of their population. And they're using this as an excuse to do it. These are my conjectures. These are things I think, but a lot of them have been unfolding for the last month as to what I've been saying before other people were. But it doesn't really matter because nobody watches my videos. Oh well. So that's happening. Joe Biden... Yeah, the Democrats are stealing the nomination away from Bernie again. Warren stayed in. She is a cunt. Warren stayed in just long enough to take delegates away from Bernie on Super Tuesday, and then jerked out. And now she's saying that she's withholding her endorsement until she's sure. Until she's sure the pot gets sweetened by whoever she's going to go with. She is a conniving cunt. And if you don't like that word, that's too fucking bad, because that's what she is. I cannot stand fucking Warren and her black onesie. She wears the same goddamn thing every day. Ugly fucking... Look at them eyebrows, man. They go right down to the tip of her nose almost. She is. So it looks like it's going to be Sleepy Joe Biden. Dude's out there, man. I mean, he's fucking... He's got more verbal faux pas than George W. Bush ever had, in eight years. Fucking Biden's already put more out there than GW did, so... I guess Biden's never really had a lot upstairs. He just kind of hung in the shadows mostly throughout his career. But, yeah. And dementia is either hitting him or he's one hell of an actor, because it's coming, Hunter Biden didn't even show up for his court thing. He was supposed to hand over his tax returns to the courts over this... this paternity thing. He's the father of this stripper's child, and this guy Hunter Biden is such a loser. He's such a douche. Good God. Motherfucker, he gets thrown out of the Navy because of drugs, cocaine. He turns in a rent-a-car with crack in it, or a crack pipe. I think there was some crack too. Fake IDs. I think one was his brother's ID, or a badge or something. I mean, he gets through that. He has an affair while he's married. He has an affair with his dead brother's widow. And when that's over, then he goes out and gets this hooker or stripper pregnant. Sorry, I don't know if she's a hooker. I'm not trying to, stripper, hey, nothing, whatever. I'm not trying to defame anybody. So she is known as a stripper. There we go. Gets her pregnant, and she has a kid. And at the same time, he gets some other chick pregnant and marries her. Of course, she's from a fine, upstanding family, I believe. Hunter Biden, geez, what a douche. And so he didn't turn over his tax records to the court, so they're going to come looking for him. I think Hunter Biden's going to end up Epsteined. I think, and that would take care of a lot of problems for Sleepy Joe too. Having the embarrassment of his son, because that's going to get brought up, especially by Trump. Come up in the debates and shit. I could see Hunter just taking two to the back of the head and it being called suicide. I don't know. We'll see here soon, but boy, it's just a fuck up. He's used as a patsy by his own dad, and when things went wrong, it's his name. So he's expendable. All right, so we got Chungking flu. We got Joe Biden. What else we got this week? I think something big might be coming this week. It's early Monday. I'm hopeful, that when things get going today, that something, it's got to start coming soon. What else is out there? Fuck. Not a roach, just a cigarette. All right, so what else is in the news? I can't think of anything else. I'm going to leave it at that. Chungking flu, which I'd say don't worry about it. It's always good to prepare and have a store of food and water, that kind of shit, no matter what happens. As today, there was an earthquake a few hours ago, and in California, I guess, off the Northern California coast. So, possible tsunami, who knows? They're always talking about that. There's a lot going on in the world. Watch different people. I watch a lot of different people. Find people you like on YouTube and watch them. Hell, I don't know. Nobody's even out there watching the video, so whatever, but I'm here getting stoned. I was given a very nice gift this week. A nice bit of some of the best smoke I've ever had in my life. And I believe it's Gorilla Glue, or a strain of Gorilla Glue, which I have never been disappointed by Gorilla Glue in any form, whether it's concentrate or buds or different strains of the bud. If it's named Gorilla Glue, I've always been happy. And I like this. It's very nice. And it was given to me. It was a very nice gift from a very giving person. That was awesome. That definitely helps me out. Excuse me. So I'm sitting back, getting stoned. I've been doing some improvements on my place. I've been doing a lot of reading, which is good. I like to read, and I don't get into it as much, especially when I get into watching YouTube conspiracy videos all day. But I was sitting outside in the sun reading the last few days. It's just been nice. Think about making a video, and it's not a depressing, oh shit, nobody's watching, so I'm not going to make a video. It's more along the lines of, I just don't feel like making a video today. Nobody's watching anyways. Fuck it. It's a rationalization or whatever else, and I just think doesn't take much, never has in my life, to get me to take a day off. I'm one that definitely didn't when I worked bank up a lot of vacation hours and sick leave hours. I used the motherfuckers. I was out of any job I've had. I've taken every bit of time off that I've been allowed. I never let it accrue. Fuck that shit. I want my time. Oh well. This Gorilla Glue is so good. It doesn't even need concentrate on top of it. I've been baked, man. This is some really great shit. Things are good. I'm happy. I'm digging life. It's gonna rain here for 3 or 4 days, but as of a friend of mine, Jeff, from last summer, I have no leaks in my trailer. It's been great. When it rains, I'm back to loving rain. I always have loved the rain, but when it leaked in here, it leaked pretty good in a couple of spots, and I didn't like the rain so much. One of the reasons I've stuck to the desert. Yep, we got some rain coming, so I'll be inside a little bit more. Do some reading, other things. Retirement's great, especially when you got enough grass to smoke. Socrates Fool here. Just call me fool. I am. God looks out for fools and drunks, and I don't drink much anymore, but I know I'm still protected. Like, dislike, comment. Please comment if you dislike. I'd like to know why you didn't like this. And, show up. Watch my videos. Subscribe. Get stoned. Have a great day. Monday, March 9th. We're coming into a week that, God, I hope it's good. I hope there's some things happening good this week. Along the lines of seeing some people in perp walks and orange jumpsuits. I long for that day. Some of these big ass names. You know who they are. You should. All right. The fool's out of here. Y'all have a good Monday. Stay stoned.